Here we go. Welcome back to Hawaii Real, everybody. I'm your host, Iokehu, and I want to send a shout out to Hawaiian Springs Water, our beverage host for this episode. You can find them at the Amazon link in the description below. Great, awesome water. I gave my guest alkaline water. Gotta love alkaline water. The best. Mm-hmm. But bottled straight from the Big Island. People don't know. I was like, no, it's like they just take it right out of the mountain, put it right in the bottle at the factory, and just like right to your door. It's so good. Mm-hmm. Healthy stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, today I have with me this cool artist, Emily Carl.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, thank you.
And you can find your stuff at emilycarlart.com.
You can.
Painting, a lot of great paintings. Do you only do painting?
So far, yeah, just painting.
And your Instagram at emilycarlart. Mm-hmm. Go check her out. Hook her up. It's great stuff. And check out, I like a lot of your beach scenes and stuff like that.
Oh, thanks.
They're just calming.
Thank you.
There's not a lot going on in it. It's just nice.
Yeah. Thanks. I appreciate it. I like to take pictures of Kailua Bay when there's Kona winds because it's just so flat and glassy and, rare that it's that beautiful. So that's the best time.
Do you do photography also, or is it just painting?
I dabble in photography. I would not say I'm a photographer. I mean, I just, the iPhone does a lot for you.
It does.
Yeah, it's great. We like it.
Color grading, lighting, and all that. Yeah, just use your phone.
Exactly. People are like, oh my God, you took that picture? I'm like, yeah,
So I thought you're kind of getting impatient over here when I'm trying to set up the cameras and the lights and all this and that. And it's like,
I get it.
Yeah, it's a process.
Yeah,
hey.
I love it. I love it all though.
I'm looking at the picture over here. It looks good. If you're not watching this on YouTube, check out YouTube because there's a listening thing, audio versions of this. Check out YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. It's great stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, because I always want to make my guests look good.
Appreciate that.
And some.
I need help in that area.
All right, let's dive into who is Emily Carl.
Okay.
Emily, where are you from?
I was born here, but we moved away when I was little, maybe 2-ish. I lived on the mainland in Italy for 2 years. My dad taught architecture at the academy in Rome. So that was interesting, being a little local girl speaking Italian. And then after my parents separated, my mom was from here. We moved back home when I was 6, I think. I've been here ever since. Went to college at Boulder, which was really fun. I think I planned my classes so I could ski 3 days a week. And I went to school Tuesdays and Thursdays.
What's around Boulder? It's a great place up in Colorado.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah. Well, Denver's 30 minutes away. Mm-hmm. And then, massive ski hills are, probably, I think Loveland's 30 minutes. And then the rest of them are 45 to an hour.
Yeah. My mom just bought a place this past year in Colorado Springs.
Oh, nice.
So she spends winters in Hawaii and then goes up to Colorado for summer.
A lot of people do that.
It's like, oh, it's too hot in Hawaii. It's like, yeah, okay. Bye, Mom.
Yeah. Colorado's awesome. I really liked it. It was fun. But I was there for 10 years and then I said, okay, I'm going to marry someone and be here the rest of my life. I got to go. Like, I want to be back in Hawaii. So I made my trek back.
You don't want to wear a cowboy hat and boots?
No. I was like, I'm done with the winters.
Yeah, snow. I mean, snow is fun to be in. People in Hawaii don't know. I mean, unless you've lived in snow.
Yeah.
It freaking sucks to drive in.
Well, and just working. It's not like it wasn't college anymore. It was work. So I'm like putting on boots and then I have to put high heels on and, just not fun.
Yeah. You don't realize you have to put on all that stuff to leave the building. And then when you get in the building, you shed it all to be normal. And then before you go outside.
Yeah.
It's like guys, you don't realize like you're in Hawaii, you just walk out. Like,
exactly.
It's raining outside. You just walk out. You don't even need an umbrella.
Exactly.
Who cares?
Yeah. Or just like even shoveling the ice off your windshield.
Oh, yes.
Just a pain.
I used to use I drove up to Denver when I was in college for a few days. But like just getting the ice off the windshield, I was using like my driver's license. I didn't have it. I came from Las Vegas. I drove up to Denver. It's supposed to be beautiful weather. And it was actually a blizzard blew in.
Yeah.
And I got stuck on the side of the freeway.
Oh, no.
Everybody has, like, the freeway shut down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
On I-70, or do you remember?
Probably.
Yeah.
up in the Rockies. So I just pulled over from the side of the road.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody was just sleeping in their cars.
That's not fun.
No. I was wearing all the clothes that I brought.
I'm sure. I mean, you could, that's not healthy. Like, it's scary.
I remember like turning on my car or my truck every couple hours or so, blast the heater.
Smart.
And then turn it off.
Yeah.
So I don't die.
How long were you there? On the side of the road?
Overnight, maybe 8 hours or so.
And then they plowing the roads or something?
Yeah, then they plow the roads. And then there was just kind of a light snow on the roads.
Mm-hmm.
So you could kind of still, you were driving on snow, but I ended up getting back on the freeway and following like big rig trucks that had chains.
Yeah, yeah.
So they were tearing it up, and I was just like, drafts right behind them, just not right behind them, but behind them enough so that you know, my tires could get traction. Because like I said, I came from Vegas. I was driving a pickup truck, no snow tires, nothing. You should not have been driving over there. This is before the internet. Like you couldn't do you couldn't check the weather in another city.
No,
just how did you do that?
Did you have a cell phone yet or no?
No, this is before cell phones. Yeah. I think the Nokia and stuff like that was just coming out.
Yeah. I had one that cost, I think, $1.25 every time I made a call.
Yeah. But texting was free. Remember texting was free and then you had to pay for texting?
Yes.
And then it became free and now it's just like normal.
Yeah.
Everybody texts
and you had to
each
go
other.
ABC to get to the C. Like, you know, because it was all in one. It's so bad.
It's like nobody texted back then and they were like, why are you texting me? Just call. And now it's the other way around.
Yeah, now nobody calls each other.
It's like you only call if it's like serious.
And nobody answers anyway.
No, I tell my kids, like if I call you, like that's when you definitely have to answer.
Well,
like
Dad
something's
calls,
wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
Dad texts, you still have to answer. I'm paying for that. Damn it.
Do your kids have iPhones?
Yes. Yeah.
I haven't gone there yet with my son.
It's the direction everything's going.
He has it. So I gave him a Gab phone, which literally is like a Nokia from 1990s. He hates it.
Does he get teased at school?
He probably does, but he doesn't tell me. It only it does take photos, which are awful, grainy photos. And you can text and make phone calls, but there's no internet, no nothing. So I don't have to worry about that stuff yet. But I know it's coming. Because he's like, can I please have an iPhone?
It's one of those things that just as parents we just have to be cognizant and responsible and look at what they're doing and have the talk early on.
Yeah.
Tell the kids, hey, if you start looking at stuff that you're not supposed to be, you're losing the phone.
Yeah.
Like the phone is a privilege. You don't have a right to it or anything until you start paying for it.
Yeah.
Prior to that, if you're doing anything you're not supposed to be doing on it, we're taking it away.
Yeah.
Easy as that. And we have. Especially if you call them and they don't come or they don't listen or anything like that. It's like, well, give me that.
Yeah. Do they play games mostly on their phones and stuff?
Now it's just watching YouTube videos and stuff. Yeah.
Oh my God. The YouTube videos makes me crazy.
But they also go and Google a lot of stuff or ask Siri for a lot of stuff. So when I see them doing that, it's like a whole nother realm of, is this how the future is going to be?
Yeah. Because
they don't even really type that much.
Yeah.
And they're doing their homework and stuff. My son will dictate into his iPad and they'll type it for him.
So smart.
And he's talking really, really well and articulate.
Sure.
And he's typing up some really good stuff. I'm just like,
but there's no typing.
You don't know how to type.
That's crazy. I never even thought about that. I don't know why.
Yeah. But then it's like, well, does he even need to know how to type?
Right.
I don't know.
They won't. I mean, the way banking goes, will they know how to do they have to have a signature? Like, will they have to sign stuff?
Oh, they don't even teach cursive anymore.
Yeah.
That's out the window.
Yeah. So do they need to? Or is it just going to be like third grade? My son's name is Logan. So just the big L. I guess that'll be when he's 30.
It's in like
the
crayon.
Big L.
Crayon.
Totally. I'm like, oh God.
Oh, that's so funny. It's like sign. What do you mean sign it? Well, just write it with your left hand. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. Just make it look like it's something
that nobody else can really copy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Is he doing distance learning and stuff like that?
He did a little bit. So they just shut down the school last week
Ugh.
for like 10 days. So it wasn't too bad, but it was sort of abrupt. But which wasn't, I mean, he was used to it in 2020. So that was a nightmare. Poor guy. Because I was like, I didn't know what I was doing. And since it happened so quickly, the school just sort of sent a bunch of stuff with him. And I was like, am I supposed to teach you this? Are they going to teach you this? And then, of course, math, like, that, I mean, at dinners, like, he'd be crying, I'd be crying because I'm trying to teach him one way. And he's like, that's not how they teach it, Mom. I'm like, what do you mean? This is the way you do math. Like, this is simple subtraction. He's like, and he can do it all in his head. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, write it down, carry the one. He's like, what are you? So it was, felt really bad for him. I'm not a teacher. Thank God bless them all.
That whole Common Core thing.
Yeah.
Where they're dissecting how to do math in a new and fresh way.
Yeah. And
Which,
it's faster.
It is.
Than how we learned, but I don't know how to teach it.
Me neither.
I am not a teacher.
I remember my son could do like high number calculations in his head.
Yeah.
I was like, what? And he was like in third grade doing that. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I can't even do that now.
Yeah. I still do this.
Yeah. I still use all 20 fingers,
Yeah.
you know? It's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. So it does work for them, obviously, but I just don't know how to teach it.
Totally. And then when they're trying to ask for help, I'm like, well, you know, the only time you ever use this is in school.
Yeah.
So sorry.
And you have a calculator. So
like, geometry is good because you'll use geometry.
Yeah.
Like when you buy a house and all this other stuff, trying to hang a picture. I don't know.
And that's more fun.
Algebra,
Yeah.
never used it
Yeah.
outside of school. Calculus, definitely not.
Oh, no. I was in calculus so I had a hard time in math in high school. And then I had an amazing tutor. She was an amazing teacher. And she actually got me into calculus. And the first day of calculus, the teacher, I forget his name, he was like, so the number 3 doesn't exist. And I'm going to teach you. And I was like, I'm out. What are you be talking about? Like, it's right there. 1, 2, 3. So that's as far as I got.
I was like, what is he going to say next? The world is flat.
Exactly. I was like, okay,
Okay.
I can't do this.
NASA's a conspiracy. We've never been to the moon. Like, oh, God. Stop. There is 3. Or no, you have people that's like 2 plus or 1 plus 1 equals 3 kind of thing. It's like,
yeah, I don't. Like I said, after that first sentence, I was like, okay, I'm done.
Unless you're talking about something else besides math.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure math is universal. And
Pretty sure 3 is there. I see it.
I have 1 pencil. I have 2 pencils. Add another one. You have 3. It's like, okay. So what high school did you end up graduating from?
I went to Punahou.
Oh, Buff and Blue?
Yeah, don't hold it against me.
And what was your favorite thing about high school? Not math, obviously.
Definitely not math.
Did you do art in high school?
I took classes, but I wasn't like, I took jewelry making, which was really fun. And, painting and stuff. I think my favorite thing about high school was just being with my friends. I mean, I was always in sports and stuff. So, busy and all that kind of thing. So just hanging out with my peeps. That was the best.
Well, when did you find out that you were really good at painting?
I still don't think I'm really good at painting. I don't think any artist is like, I'm so good. I haven't met one.
I feel that because even with videography, it's a similar thing.
Yeah. I mean, that you can do better and that you're morphing.
Mm-hmm.
My style has changed and has definitely improved since I started. And, because you're continuously doing it. So you figure out mixing paints and how to mix them on the canvas and, what that does to the subject and the shadows. And, but yeah, I don't think I'll ever say I'm good at art.
And yet you can go to your website and your stuff's selling for like thousands of dollars. So
yeah,
it's not like you're selling it outside the zoo for like $5.
No.
For the swap meet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's got to be validating.
It is. It's so amazing when someone buys a painting and really connects to it. I love seeing that. It just lights up my day.
What was or like how much was your first painting that you sold?
Oh, I think it was like $100.
The very first painting you sold,
Yeah.
you priced it at $100, and somebody was like,
Yeah.
how long did it take you to sell that?
It was actually at Punahou Carnival.
Oh, nice.
And I think it sold before it went. It was like the trustee night that they have, and they all of the hoities get to go see the art first, and so it sold that night, and then they put more out, and then I think I sold out of my stuff Saturday night.
How much were they going for after the first one sold?
Well,
keep
it's
going
all
up, or was it-
No, it's all pre-priced. So it was.
Oh,
just,
it wasn't like part of the auction?
Yeah, it's just whatever I priced it at.
Got it,
And they were smaller because I wasn't really doing big stuff yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the next one up from that was 400.
Oh, that's a good price for a painting.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of artists would just kill to have that opportunity. But I mean, do you think it was also the networking through Punahou that allowed you to sell it there? That because you're selling to people that are kind of used to spending big money.
Right. Oh, absolutely. I mean, their audience is tremendous. So it's very lucky that I was able to put my stuff in. And last year, actually, because it was all online, it was even better because typically at Carnival, the rooms, our gallery can only hold so much art, but there's a lot in the back. So not everyone's art is always out there. But online, everyone gets to see everything that you've put on. So, yeah, I did well last year, which was really great. It was amazing. Yeah.
Was that the first time they did online art?
Yeah.
And are they going to continue doing that?
I know they're doing it this
really
year.
Successful.
Yeah. I don't know, like monetarily wise, like what the total is if they do better in person. But for me personally, it was better. I was like, let's do online always.
Nice. Well, I mean, on your website, you do online sales.
Yeah,
like that
I do.
Too, right? So.
Yeah. Yeah. It's harder with, like shipping and for mainline people and, because I have to call and be like, okay, well, shipping's $200 or, because it needs to go fully packed.
Yeah, it's got to be protected.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to assume that, man, if you're buying a painting from Hawaii, you're going to pay top dollar for it to be shipped.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but a lot of people, I would say the majority of my customers are from here, which is nice. Because there's a lot of people doing beach scenes or ocean scenes, and so for them to like my things is validating for sure. Yeah.
What makes yours stand apart from others?
Oh, gosh.
Like when you're talking about the beach scenes and stuff like that.
Well, what I like to do is I get really anal about my paintings, and like I can see if I've painted one line that's a little bit off, and so I always have to. I'm always going in and correcting it, and sometimes Sometimes a painting will take me 4 hours, and sometimes it'll take me a week and a half. It just depends on like how particular I am at that time. But I think hopefully it's the colors that I use and because I like to take my own photos and sometimes I paint them or sometimes I just use the colors as reference, that I think that helps connect people with my subject. So hopefully that's what I'm trying to do anyway.
Do you just like to do beach scenes, or what are the other kinds of scenes that you do?
No, so I'm a big shell collector, and I started painting my shells because they're just amazing little things, and those sold really quickly. And then a big subject matter for me is water and just how it moves and the light and the reflections or the refractions on the sand. There's just so much going on when waves break, or when it's flat. It's just such a different dynamic thing that I think that's what really drove me to want to paint full time. It's the water.
So like emotionally, what kind of connection does that bring up and spread up in you when you're looking at these visions of the beach or the ocean or these little shells?
It's all happy. It's all good stuff. it just evokes, I think, that warmth that you feel when you're standing on shore and you're about to go in the water. You know, I mean, I think growing up in Hawaii, there's so many of us that have that strong connection to the water, whether you're surfing or, you know, a paddler or whatever, diver. It's just such a big force for us. So to try and represent it, and to try and represent it as powerful or as calm as it can be, you know, hopefully that's coming through in how I paint it and what people see.
What is there anything that you think is really intensely difficult about painting?
Oh gosh.
Or is it like being perfect or selling it?
I think it's, you know, we were talking about this a little bit before, that it's like just having that confidence in yourself. Because I'm always, when people say, oh, I really like this, I'm like, really? Are you just saying that to be nice? You know, people in Hawaii are always so nice. So I think if you hear it enough to be like, okay, well, maybe I'll dabble and try and sell something. Okay, made a few sales. Let me see if I can continue this. And, you know, but always sort of staying true to what I want to paint. Because once you start getting a bigger audience, people will start to chime in. I'm sure they chime in about your podcasts. And
Don't have a big audience. Sorry.
Yes, you do.
It's really quiet. I'm going to keep it that way.
But people have opinions, and it's not bad. It's not bad that they share it with you, but not being like when people say, oh, you should do this or you should do that. And if it doesn't resonate with me, then I tend to not go that way, because I don't, you know, it doesn't, I know that it won't be successful. So just trying to stay sort of true and centered. Sometimes that's hard.
Well, what's your philosophy on staying true and centered?
Oh man, my philosophy. I didn't know.
Go to the beach every day.
Yeah, exactly. Just, it's amazing if I spend a week and I don't get in the water, even if I just jump in, it doesn't have to be something major. I get so cranky. And it's like not so fun. So it's important for me to just like get in there and just take a dip and just sort of let it all go and release and feel invigorated. You know, I think the ocean does that for a lot of people, but yeah, that, I don't know if it's a really philosophy, but it's something that I know I need to do. And then I can kind of like, okay, I can get back to this painting, or, oh, I have 4 ideas that I want to do right now. It all comes from that source.
Do you think it's like being out in the sun, or getting in the salt water, or just being outside and doing your own thing?
I think it's definitely the salt water. There's just something about it. Because, I mean, I can go stand in the rain, be outside. If it rains, you know, and it's just not the same. Even if it's cloudy, even if it's raining at the beach, if I get in the ocean, even if it's with my dogs, it just feels different when I come out.
Yeah, it's not like you're going into a pool.
No.
Like a swimming pool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, saltwater pools too, but there's just something about the ocean that's different.
Yeah.
There is that.
And
that
just
factor.
feeling the rhythm of the ocean, or, you know, if there's shore break or if there isn't, just all of that plays a part in it. Yeah.
Your dog's going with you?
Oh, yeah.
What kind of dogs you got?
I have a lab. He's almost 14, my old guy. And then I have a 2-year-old golden retriever, Archie and Henry.
The lab, is it black lab?
Both yellow.
Yellow labs.
They almost are the same color. It's weird. Like exactly the same color.
But those are good, like ocean dogs.
For sure.
Yeah.
My little guy doesn't really know how to swim so well.
Does he have to wear a life vest?
No,
kind
God.
of thing?
No. I just let him go. But he's not very pretty.
We have a family friends that they have a bulldog and they have a pool, and their bulldog just dumps in the pool and he just sinks.
Oh.
Like they got to teach him to swim. Yeah, they got him a vest and everything so he can float.
Well, they have short legs, right?
He has tiny legs and this big barrel body.
Yeah.
And you think that would be like, oh, you can float. You look like a I don't know, big furry hot dog.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. He just goes down.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's like, bloop, 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 bloop. Poor guy.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, he'll sit by the side of the pool and like lick the water, like just drink the pool water. It's like, stop, what are you doing? And he'll go and throw up. And then he'll go drink some more. It's like, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That might be a little obsessive compulsive.
Don't know what's wrong with the dog, but he's cool.
That's pretty cool. Dogs are
cool. You are a movie connoisseur you were talking about.
Well, I wouldn't call it. I just watch a lot of them.
Okay.
I don't think I'm
is
a
there a
connoisseur.
movie? Is there a movie that you watched over and over and over again?
Oh gosh, I've watched Jaws. I know, a ton.
That's insane.
It's just dumb to terrify myself again and again. And the Jurassic Park movies. I can't get enough of the dinosaurs. And Marvel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marvel movies are good.
Thor in particular.
But freaking Jaws. Man.
I know.
What is wrong with you?
I know.
I cannot watch Jaws.
It's so terrifying.
I watched it as a kid, and now as an adult, I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Because you don't see the shark for like the longest time in the movie.
Yes.
That's the scary part.
Yeah.
So you don't see it, and these people are getting whacked and killed and eaten.
Yeah. I don't know what because I'm terrified.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, exactly.
Dun, dun.
But it's so good. Even though it's the fakest shark in the world.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, man. It's some scary stuff. Even when like he's throwing the chum in the water and you see the shark come out for the very first time, I was like, ah! I was jumping out of the seat. I was like, oh, my God. And I'm at home. We're watching it on like HBO or something.
Yeah.
Totally scary.
Yeah.
No.
I think I've always wanted to go swim with great whites. I mean, not out, but in a cage, just to be in their presence underwater. I think that'd be pretty amazing.
I will hook you up with the Compass Travelers because that's what they do. They go out and swim with sharks. Yeah, he has a shark swimming with business. I guess that's what it's kind of referred to as. Yeah, they go like jump off the boat, no cage, nothing. Just go swim with the sharks. Yeah.
What kind of sharks are
the ones in the ocean? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever the hell's out there.
Okay.
But they say they swim like great whites and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. But they say like if you're in the deep ocean like that and you're actively swimming with them, they don't perceive you as prey.
But it's when you don't see them, right? Isn't that the scary part?
That was his advice to not get eaten by a shark is like, well, don't swim when they can't see you. I was like, well, how the hell do you know that?
How do you know?
Because obviously it doesn't work because like surfers and bodyboarders are getting eaten all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they don't get eaten all the time. I'm like,
They get tasted quite a bit then. They don't get eaten.
Didn't Disney have that movie with that girl that lost her arm? Yeah, pretty sure. She disagrees with you, buddy.
Exactly.
She wasn't surfing for very long. And all of a sudden, no arm.
Well, I mean, I've been in the ocean where I have seen them and they do just sort of come out of nowhere and it's very unnerving.
That's their MO.
Yeah. And they're like, hi. And you're like, whoa. Yeah.
Because and he was kind of explaining this too. They're kind of like dogs of the sea. But I'm like, dude, I wouldn't go up to a strange dog.
Dogs of the sea? How?
Well, like their temperament.
Oh.
Like they can be like, not pack animals or anything like that, but they're hunters, right? So they can actually be very cool with humans or not.
Right.
I was like, yeah, no, I wouldn't do that with a dog.
Yeah. I do find it amazing that the people that do swim with sharks.
I find it amazingly
outside of
crazy. But then again, people jump out of airplanes too. So
that's true.
I don't know.
That's one thing I will not do. I have not done that in my life. I'm not afraid of jumping off things, but out of a plane, yeah. I give credit to all those people.
Yeah, you're just trusting that parachute.
Right?
Yeah. Because they had the one out in Mokuleia, Dillingham Airfield. And I told my kids, yeah, I would love to go skydiving, but I'm not going to do it till I'm like 70.
When you're ready to
when
go.
I'm done with life. I'm just like, fuck it. I don't care. Because like the plane crashed. That one plane crashed. Like took off and just bellied up and crashed and killed everybody on board. I'm like, see, look, they didn't even get out.
They didn't even
jump.
Yeah.
And then while we were camping at Camp Mokuleia, you see how the parachuters come out and everything like that. And once we're in the beach and we're looking up and all of a sudden you see this parachute spiraling down, coming real fast, and just like spoosh right in the ocean. I was like, the hell was that? And my friend was like, oh, that was just somebody's cutaway shoot. And sure enough, so they had
Oh, there was no person
deployed
attached to it.
There was no person attached to it. But still, I was like, well, see, there you go. Somebody fucked up.
That's a hard pass.
That's somebody's life right there.
Have you ever bungee jumped?
No.
I haven't done that, but I would do that first, I think, before jumping out of a plane.
I think I would bungee jump over like deep water thing.
Yeah. Not
like off a building or a bridge or something like that has rocks at the bottom. Like, no, I don't want to die and fucking hit the rocks. Somebody's got to come down there and pick me up. No, that's dumb. Or the bungee jump where they like dip boing and they dip in the water. No. Guys are crazy.
You would have like a 5-foot bungee. You're like, I'm just going to jump.
Yeah, it'll just be a rope. I'll just jump, just hang there.
Yeah.
Like, I'll totally hang off a rope. I've done that, like cliff hanging and climbing cliffs and stuff like that. But then you have those guys that rock climb without any kind of safety gear. I'm like,
oh, that's crazy.
You do you, buddy. Solo. Did you see that movie?
Yes. So good.
Dude, whatever.
I know. People like are wired differently.
Yeah.
That's not me.
That's crazy.
I'm not wired that way.
It's like, no, thank you. That's like, I don't even know what to compare that to.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, you really just have to trust yourself, right?
And the weather and the wind.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
But no, I would not climb.
I
mean, I saw a cliffhanger with Sylvester Stallone and stuff. I'm just like, no, dude. He like lost his sister.
When he drops to that guy?
No, he was a rock climber.
Yeah, but aren't they like traversing across some, I don't know what, precipice or whatever you call it, and someone slips and he's hanging on to the person, and they drop him?
Probably.
Because the only reason I know that is because I never saw that movie, but I watched Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, and he does a parody of that with a raccoon. So there you go.
I was like, no.
Yeah.
See, look, the rope comes untied by itself. Look, see, the carabiner breaks. See,
yeah,
no,
I'm not gonna rely on a carabiner.
It's
called a carabiner,
life, but whatever. All right, and we're getting into some other questions here. So we're talking about Jaws and movies and stuff like that.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie of all time is Miracle, about the 1980
the hockey
Olympic hockey team. Yeah, love that movie, and I've talked about it on so many of these podcast episodes because it's the best sports movie ever made. Period. No argument there. You know why? Because they actually took athletes, the actual hockey players, and made them actors.
Oh,
instead of the other way around.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like Youngblood where you have Patrick Swayze or Mighty Ducks with Emilio Estevez, who can't skate for beans, and he's out there. Oh, he's a hockey coach. Yeah.
Yeah, hockey's pretty special that way.
Yeah, Emilio Estevez's tiny.
Yeah.
It's like nobody would ever believe that he's a hockey player that can play professionally. I mean, there are small guys, but not Emilio Estevez small. Yeah, no.
That's a special kind of small.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hockey is probably I saw my first game, the Avalanche. The year that they won, the first year that they actually came back to Colorado. Which was
with Patrick Waugh.
Yes.
Yes.
I have an autographed picture of
that. Was like 90.
Yeah, it was like
99, somewhere around there. Yeah.
And I was like, this is the best sport to watch live.
So fun.
Oh my God. It's so fun.
Have you seen other sports live?
Yes. Basketball, football, tennis, surfing. But hockey, hands down. And when they fight, oh my God, I love it. Yeah.
Like it's so crazy. And, you know, guys, you got to go watch a hockey game.
Yeah.
I mean, Vegas nights, you know, guys go to Vegas, just go to a Knights game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's sold out. There's a reason it's sold out. It's awesome.
And any hockey game, if you're not a hockey person, just go see a game because it's the most invigorating thing I've ever seen.
And the closer you can sit to the ice, the better.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because they're amazing. They are amazing on ice. Like you forget that they're on ice, but you're like, it's second nature for them, and they're skating backwards and forwards, and then they have to get the puck in this little net, and it's crazy. And how does that guy see through the Jason mask? Like, I don't get it. It's so cool.
Just the smell of the ice
Mhm.
and the sounds of the puck
Mhm.
hitting things and the skate blades and everything going.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
And then like the roar of the crowd, just everybody cheering and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And the gloves off fighting. It's the best.
Yeah. Go to a fight and a hockey game breaks out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the refs are just like, go at it.
Let 'em go.
Yeah.
I wish more sports would have fighting in it. Settle so much.
It probably would.
Just have like rules around it,
Yeah.
you know? It's like, okay, football players, okay, you got to have one guy on one guy, take off your helmets.
Yeah. No helmets.
Go.
Yeah. Or tennis
Or-
players, that'd be amazing.
Or maybe football, like leave your helmets on, but no striking, no, or, let them grapple.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you imagine like a defensive lineman and offensive lineman like grappling it
It'd
out?
be a whole different ball
Doing
of
like
wax.
jiu-jitsu and trying to get someone to an ankle lock or something.
Yeah. Do you watch rugby at all?
I started to.
Rugby's pretty cool too.
I got into sevens. I was watching
yeah.
rugby sevens. I really liked that, but I didn't understand a lot of the rules.
There's so many rules.
Yeah. Like they just blow the whistle. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah. You're like, nothing. I didn't see anything different.
And the whistle sound?
Yeah.
Or some weird thing like that. It's like,
Yeah.
what is that?
So, and when they have a penalty or a personal or something, what we would call a personal, they get put into the sin bin, which I think is the most amazing name. And it's literally a plastic chair on the sidelines.
Yeah.
And so these huge 6'4", 200+ pound guys are sitting in this little plastic chair in the sin bin. It's so awesome.
That's what's great about hockey too. Like you can fight and they just still go sit in the box for a couple minutes
Right.
and come back out.
They
and
come
you're
back out.
back in.
Everyone's good.
Like basketball, you get into a fight. Oh, you're ejected.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
They can't even punch.
Yeah, exactly. For soccer, red card.
Oh my God.
Those guys complain more than anything.
So like in hockey, I can understand the offsides because there's a
Mhm.
line on the ground and okay, the puck has to pass first, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
Soccer, I don't understand the offsides at all. Oh, when the defense puts his hand up, that's offsides. I'm watching it over and over again. I don't understand it.
Or the best is when the defense backs up so that the offense is purposely offside.
They can change the offsides. I'm like, why is that allowed?
Yeah,
That's a
exactly.
dumb rule.
Yeah.
Watch hockey, people, and you'll see that that's a dumb rule.
Mirror yourself off hockey people. Yeah, highly recommend going to a hockey game. So fun.
Do you have a team or do you still watch hockey?
I watch it if I ever see that it's on, which is rare because I don't look for it. But I still like the Avs, of course.
Yeah. The Kings.
I don't think they're that good though this year. Are they? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't get a chance to watch too much. It's a bummer. But
Yeah. It would be fun if we had hockey games here.
That would be killer.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the roller hockey out in Kapolei. And Ice Palace, well, the Ice Palace is still closed.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe that thing
They
is
haven't
still
opened.
around. I had my 15th birthday at the Ice Palace.
Yeah, it's been there forever.
It's amazing.
I think same owners. But yeah, since the lockdowns, they just shut down and they haven't opened back up.
I guess cold weather or people spreading it. I don't know. Anyway, I don't even want to talk about that.
I don't know.
Have you been talking about a lot of that on your podcast?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Because it's just like,
Yeah.
everybody else is tired of talking about it and
Exactly.
hearing about it. So it's
Mhm.
like, okay, we're kind of done.
Yeah. There's so many other things to talk about.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Jaws.
Jaws. What movie were we watching? I was starting to rewatch Rocky, the series.
Good.
Like Rocky 2. Have you seen the movies?
Yeah. I
I
haven't seen him in a long time.
I forgot how emotionally impactful Rocky 2 is.
Wait, was that Dolph? No.
No, this was his rematch with Apollo Creed.
Oh, when they became friends?
No, that's part 3.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. So part 1, he fights Apollo,
Right.
and it's Apollo wins, but it's like just by split decision.
Yeah.
And then part 2, Rocky's going through some hard times and everything like that. Spends all his money, and then Apollo wants a rematch.
Oh.
So they train, has a rematch, and that's when Rocky actually wins and knocks him out at the very end of
Got it.
the match. Yeah.
So then 3 was Dolph.
No,
Oh.
that's 4.
What?
3 is with Mr. T.
Oh my God. I don't even remember that one.
Yeah.
Mr. T?
Yeah.
He fights Mr. T?
He fights Mr. T.
No. And did he win? Of course.
Well, he fights him twice. Because the first time he gets like blasted in like the first round or something like that.
Oh my God. I might have to
remembering
revisit.
correctly. I haven't gotten to Rocky 3. We just finished Rocky 2.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
the first one was so good.
Yeah.
I still remember the egg scene when he's just like cracking all those eggs in the blender. I'm like, oh.
And he's actually tanking all those eggs.
I was like,
It's
that's the grossest thing in the world. Do
it's,
people do that?
it's all dripping on his
I know, it's
sweatshirt
so
and stuff.
gross.
It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Then he's in the meat plant punching the beef.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, that's a great movie. And what my son didn't realize, and I had to talk to him about it, is that Sylvester Stallone like designed and wrote the story
Yeah.
for all of that.
Yeah.
He was like, "Really? That guy's stupid." I'm like, "No, he's
really
acting
smart.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like, he's brilliant."
He's actually really smart,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And did he have a stroke or something? Is that why he's sort of like one of his, talks like that?
I don't know.
You didn't notice his mouth?
Well, he's been like that forever.
Well, that's what I mean. But was it just always like that? He must have
I
had
don't
something
know.
happen, right? Because it
dropped on his head. I don't know.
I feel bad.
I am the law.
I do kind of like the Expendable movies. I don't know why. I think just because all those guys are in it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just sort of fun to see them all, even though it's like
all those out of work old action.
Like, let's make a movie because we can pay for it ourselves.
Action stars.
Yeah.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. This is funny stuff.
So good.
They're coming out with a new one. They're coming out with a new Predator too.
They are?
Yes, they are.
The one that after the last one with the boy?
So this one, yeah. So they're coming out with a new one, and apparently it's taking place in the past, like hundreds of years.
Oh,
in the past.
Not with the boy again.
No, completely different timeline. Everything.
Oh, they just change it up so much.
Totally. Like they could do so much with those kinds of franchises.
Yeah, the first Predator was amazing.
Yeah,
I think I saw it. Did I see it in the Waikiki theaters? Do you remember the Waikiki theaters?
Yeah.
My all-time favorite.
Huge.
So sad they got rid of those. But they were so awesome.
But Jesse Ventura with that Gatling gun.
Yeah. So good.
I ain't got time to bleed. Yes. Best line ever.
So good. Do you ever think like, what is my audience thinking when we start to go off on tangents about Predator? They're like, oh my God.
Oh, there goes you. He's talking about Predator again.
That is a good movie though.
I just like crazy stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so I have to say, in high school, I think a friend of mine and I sat through Ferris Bueller probably an entire day, like 5 movies. We just kept sitting in there and watching it. And it was at the time it was such comedic genius. So good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Bueller.
Yeah.
Bueller.
Just all the little one-liners in there. So good.
What movie? Oh, yeah. I think it was Deadpool, at the end of Deadpool or something like that. He has a Ferris Bueller scene at the end credits. Yeah, it's really funny.
That's a good one too. Deadpool.
Oh. That takes the whole Marvel universe in a totally different direction.
It does. But
Ryan Reynolds is
kind
just
of like that,
awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
They can't all be goody two shoes.
They try to.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, we're not going to make Deadpool. And then they go out and make Deadpool rated R.
Huge.
Yeah, and everybody loved it. Mm-hmm. It was like the best movie ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like even the opening credits, I was laughing my ass off. It's like, I can't believe they did that.
Yeah, it was good.
They did it.
And they did it again.
And then they did it twice. And now everybody expects more.
Yeah.
So,
well, he's so good too, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
It's another genius right there.
Yeah.
So,
you know who I miss is Jim Carrey. He was so good. Yeah.
He kind of lost his mind a little bit.
Did he? Is that what happened? Because all of a sudden he stopped and then he went to serious movies, right? Like Truman Show was horrible. I don't know what that was about. But in his early days, he was so his physical comedy is amazing. Mm-hmm. Just throws himself at stuff.
The Mask was really good.
The Mask was good.
Yeah. Ace Ventura 2.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber. Dumber and Dumber. Yeah.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber. Yeah. That was probably his best.
My sons didn't understand Dumb and Dumber.
Why?
Because we were watching it and they don't understand why they're so stupid. Like it's the fucking title's Dumb and Dumber, dude. I don't know why they're so stupid for.
And were they like sad? They didn't want to laugh at him?
No, I mean they eventually started cracking up and
Oh,
laughing
good.
at him when they figured out that hey, it's funny stuff.
Yeah. Liar Liar was really good. That's so good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was genius in that one.
He was
It's like the
genius.
elevator scene when he gets in the elevator with that lady.
Yeah.
It's like Mama. But what was he? Oh, in Dumb and Dumber when he turns to, when they're in the dog mobile and they have the assassin guy with them. He's like, hey,
Oh yeah.
you want to
What's
hear the most annoying sound?
Have you ever tried to do that on your microphone?
No.
It would make your ears bleed. Just blow out all your
It's
circuits.
like, yeah, we need another microphone. But yeah, that's a genius scene too.
Yeah, it's
Just
so good.
really funny. And the laxative scene when he puts the laxative in the coffee.
Uh-huh.
The hot chocolate.
Oh god, it's so funny. So funny.
Just stupidity
Yeah.
at its best.
That's what I can handle. Like
Yeah.
I said, I just can't handle the emotional stuff. It's too much now.
I don't like how people get all offended and stuff with movies nowadays. It's like, oh, you can't put that in a movie. It's offensive. I'm like, dude, do you see what we used to watch?
Mhm.
Like, that's not offensive.
No. I mean, that's what movies are about, right? Like
That shit's funny.
when I saw Pulp Fiction, I was like, what am I watching? Like the demise of our culture. But it was good. It was so good.
I can't even remember watching the full part. I couldn't understand when I first watched Pulp Fiction, the jump cuts to different
Mm-hmm.
timelines and
Mhm.
stuff, or people
Or
going through-
people, yeah.
because it hadn't really been done mainstream before. So I was like,
Right.
oh, what's going on?
Yeah. And then you're like, what? How do we go from John Travolta and what's his face?
Sam.
Samuel L. Jackson to Bruce Willis and the French girl, like, and then the guy with the rubber ball in his mouth. Like, how do we get here? How did this happen?
It's all tied in somehow,
Yeah.
some way, some other.
Yeah, so good, love it. But then he got kind of really dark, like unnecessarily violent. I mean, not that Pulp Fiction wasn't, but then
Quentin Tarantino?
yeah,
Yeah.
I forget what the later movies were that I saw that I was like,
I was doing Kill Bill.
yeah. And then there was something after that I saw that I was like, well, I don't really need to see the blood spatter, heads
Yeah.
rolling thing.
It's like, I think Kill Bill, watched it recently in the past few months, and it was just like cheesy stuff. It was like, I thought that was cool back then. What the hell is wrong with me?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, getting back into your art here,
Sure.
what is the future for you? What is your goals for like the next 5 years, 10 years?
Well, it's interesting. I'm in this cohort with Rise Hawaii, and we actually just did this exercise. And for my 5-year plan, I actually want to be in a place where I can open up a community art center sort of type of thing. And I can picture it in my head. It's going to be a huge warehouse that I kind of revamp, call it the Art Barn. It's going to be huge and white with lots of light. And then there'll be different sections for different types of art. So if you're an acrylic painter, an oil, or if you're into digital art, maybe pottery, I'm not sure, because that involves a lot of electricity and heat and whatnot. But to have that be a business, and then to, any kids types of classes that we have, for them to be free for kids. Because I feel like, especially in the public schools, there's just not enough of it, or they're not even exposed to it at all. And I think that there's so much expression in different kinds of art, not just necessarily painting. And kids can really find themselves through that journey. So I think it'd be, and I know there's other stuff out there that does that already, but that's kind of, I had this like vision of like, okay, I really would like to make that happen as soon as I win Publishers Clearinghouse.
Do they still have that?
I think so.
Oh God.
I got an email the other day. I just mean lots of money, but yeah, I think that would be really awesome. But I hope to get my art career going and to be just better known in the community so that I can start working with people who can eventually make something like the Art Barn happen. Because that'd be kind of fun to do.
Mm-hmm.
Be kind of nice to have because I know that they do it at Linné Kona for I call it the Art Academy because I'm old school, but what's it called now? The modern Honolulu Museum or just Honolulu?
The art museum?
Yeah, the Art Academy is now something else.
Oh, the one on Beartania?
Mm-hmm.
No, is it Beartania?
Yeah.
King Street, Beartania.
Beartania.
Yeah.
And they own the building across, and they do a lot of art classes there, but for a lot of people, they're sort of expensive, and they're in the middle of the day. So, not a lot of kids maybe can go do that unless they enroll. So yeah, I think that's my 5-year plan anyway. It has nothing to do with my personal art, but it would be kind of fun if I can get that going.
Just sharing art or the making of art with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. And to be able to, it would also be fun to have like a roving bus or something that I can go to schools that don't have art programs or, and just any kid who's interested, because you just never know what talent is out there until they're exposed to it, maybe. I mean, there are those kids that are naturally, they'll draw since they're 2.
Yeah.
And they're like amazing. And, they're going to be fine no matter what. But there's a lot of people that won't even try it, right? So it'd be kind of fun.
I had a few weeks ago Nicole Naone,
Mm-hmm.
a sculptor, and like she didn't realize that she had an artistic bone in her body until high school. She took like a sculpting class or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it just like opened up all these doors for her.
Yeah.
That, she could actually go to school for this and get a job with this and actually have like some kind of a career with that.
Yeah. Because I didn't even think as an art history major, I was like, what am I going to do with this? I got to go into retail because I don't, what job am I going to have?
Pay the bills, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And there's so much different stuff out there now especially with the digital art. So I think it's going in a direction that is more inclusive, Are
you going to get into that, like NFTs and stuff?
I don't know.
I think it's one of those things where like it's just a natural progression that
I think so too.
It'll be a part of everything else that artists do.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to take a class because I don't know if I could just sort of jump into it,
I'm shrugging because I have no clue.
Yeah. Well, did you hear about, there was some, like, I don't know if she was 11 or 14. One of her NFTs sold for like $10 million or something.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
I was like, what?
It's like, who's buying that and what is it for?
Right. That's
what
the
is
part
that
of
$10
NFTs
million
I'm not really clear about.
I mean, I understand from my understanding, and I'm trying to find a guest that knows a lot about NFTs and have them on and like ask them all these questions and have them explain it to me in detail because I don't freaking know.
Yeah.
But it's like because it can verify that that's the original and only copy, that you can be connected to like contracts and stuff. It's like, oh, okay. Well, now I see the value in contracts.
Sure.
Or club cards,
right,
for instance. Or, so you have a barber and your barber has NFTs and you buy the NFT from the barber. And every time you go, you just show them the NFT and you get a haircut. Something like that. I can see that. Okay. That kind of starts to make sense.
In more practical use terms.
Right. Okay. That's digital, practical image that means something.
Right.
Got it. But this $10 million thing, like, what does it mean? Okay, it's sold for $10 million, but
and then
what comes along with that?
And then it just sits on your computer? Like you don't even get to hang it up?
No,
and
you don't
see it?
Well, I mean, you can print it out, but still.
But a lot of them, I follow a couple cool artists on Instagram and, it's all about the motion. That's what, it's just the way that like they take little tiny balls and then they like create something and then it moves apart and then it comes together again. And those kinds of things are visually stimulating, but I don't know enough about it yet. to really have an opinion.
Yeah, it's like, what does... I mean, $10 million is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, what is that representing?
I'd like to do that.
And then you have these people that just invested a lot of money into crypto, and they made a lot of money on crypto. So they're just buying all kinds of dumb shit.
Right.
And they're increasing their, like, what is it called? Not fake, but they're increasing the value of things without really value associated with it to other people. It's like baseball cards. Like, it's only valuable to people that love baseball cards.
Right.
It's not valuable to anybody else.
Right.
Like, it's a piece of paper.
Yeah.
I guess you could say that with anything, really. But
Do people still collect them?
yeah, I think so. Well, like they were saying, NFTs could be the next iteration of baseball cards. Like, you could make a baseball card as an NFT, and yes, somebody else could have, a copy picture of that baseball card, but there's only one person or however many people that they create that's going to have that original NFT baseball card, and that can be worth thousands or millions of dollars.
Right.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I feel like I need to educate myself a little bit on that.
Yeah. So what happens when the internet goes out again? Or what happens when the electricity goes out? Oh no, there's backups for backups. I'm like, okay, but
sure.
There's an earthquake here. Kahi power plant goes out and there's no electricity for 3 days. You gonna use your NFTs to buy stuff at 7-Eleven? I don't think so. It's freaking worthless outside of like your phone.
Yeah.
Like, I understand it has a lot of value there, but
yeah,
you need money or guns.
Why guns? How do
well,
we go
if you don't have money or food and you have guns, you just
take what you want.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you should have guns to protect yourself. Anyways, the whole taser thing came about.
Oh yeah, what has that discussion been like?
I don't know. I think it's just like, hey, people are allowed to go buy tasers and you have to go through a safety course or something.
Do you know a lot of people that have done that?
Nope, don't know anybody yet.
Yeah. Did they think it was going to be like a big deal that people would like rush out and get tasers?
I think so. And I think they were like afraid of it. I'm like, why are you afraid of tasers? Like,
you had to get tasered.
Yeah.
Did it hurt?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But as soon as they turn it off, I would much rather get tasered than pepper sprayed. Like, if you can sell pepper spray to people, you should be able to sell tasers to people.
Sure.
Because pepper spray, in my opinion, sucks.
It's longer.
A million times worse. Yeah. I get pepper sprayed and it's like on me for like 2 hours.
Oh my God.
And
like
my vision was all
eyes
blurry.
really?
I couldn't drive. Yeah, it was terrible. Taser, you get taser, like, you fall on the ground. Your muscles are contorting and everything like that. And they turn it off and you're like, okay, I'm fine.
Really?
And you just stand back up. It's like, woo, that was
But
that was
still
a good
not
ride.
very fun to do.
No. I mean.
Is it the things that stick in you?
Yeah, those prongs.
Okay.
They
So you
jet
have
out
to like
and
pull
stick
them
inside
out.
of you. Yeah.
And that must not.
It smells like
Burnt flesh?
burnt flesh. Fun. Yeah, little chunks of fat still on because it's a barb. Looks like at the end of a harpoon.
Stop it. It like pulls stuff off of you?
Totally pulls like a chunk of skin out.
Oh, awesome.
And you have this nice little hole in your skin.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they come up with like a little alcohol wipe and they wipe it and they put a little Band-Aid on top.
Oh.
It's like, thanks. It's awesome.
They're like, you did good.
Yeah. Pat on the back.
Wow. That's heavy.
Yeah. By the way, you'll probably be in pain when all your muscles will be in pain when you wake up tomorrow morning because you're like contorting.
I mean, it's an electrical current, right?
Yeah. So I always describe it to people as like electrolysis, the electrotherapy when you get injured or something like that, and they put those pads
the
on you
E-stem things
to
or whatever.
stimulate the muscles. And
Yep,
like,
I had that. Yeah.
Like that, except like 100 times faster, like because it just
and everywhere.
It cramps. Yeah, pretty much because it cramps your muscles with every jet of electricity.
Holy crap.
So if you can imagine your muscles cramping that fast.
No.
Yeah, so you can't move.
Yeah.
So it's like the bigger the person or the more muscular the person, the more it works.
But so are officers sort of happy about that? Like if more people have tasers than guns? Is that an opinion or not really?
I don't know.
Too soon.
Yeah, too soon. Because the other thing with tasers is like it's a one-shot thing with the civilian ones. So if you miss, well, shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can't.
It needs like
because you need to put the stuff back in.
No, the two prongs
Yeah.
connect the current
Got it.
and cause the muscles to contract. If it's just one prong, you're going to get pain in that one area, but it's not going to
Oh.
cause your muscles to contract.
And you
in-
have to be what, within 4 feet of somebody?
No, they fly out like 10, 15 feet.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh,
You can be quite a ways away.
interesting.
But it's like, what are you going to do with this? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to walk around with it. I don't know. You could put it in your purse, I guess.
How big are they? Like the size of a pistol?
A little bigger than your phone. They're thicker.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I probably won't run out and get one. I don't.
Yeah. But it's not like the movies where like people get jabbed with a taser and they pass out. It's like, no, that doesn't happen. Why are they passing out? Like, nobody passes out.
Do they fall
from
over?
that. Oh, yeah. You totally fall over.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, you're done.
Okay. Do you like poop your pants or anything?
If you do, it's because you had to poop beforehand. So if you just go to the bathroom first, because
Before
that
you
has
get tasered.
that has happened, not in like a training scenario that I know of, but on the road, it has happened where a dude gets tasered, and the next thing you know, you got to take him, get him hosed off.
Oh,
It's like,
that
well,
would be awful.
he was probably running from you guys because he had to use the bathroom. Like, he should have just said that.
I have to use the bathroom.
Yeah,
Please
just-
don't taser me.
Because that's different. Like, okay,
yeah.
I'll just take you to the bathroom. I'll, put my foot in the door so you don't shut the door or something. I don't know. But yeah, once they mess their pants, yeah, it's a whole nother ball game right there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
On that note, thanks for coming in. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's so fun to have this little gear
I'm
setup thing.
happy you shared that with me.
All right. Well, it's been so fabulous having you on
Thank
and
you
talking.
so
Like,
much.
I'm so glad that you're able to go off on tangents with me and you're so comfortable with that. 'Cause-
Yeah, it was so much fun. It literally flew by.
Yeah, it did.
I was like, what am I going to talk about? Like, can't be put on the spot.
dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun. Oh, we talked about Jaws.
We
So
did.
what?
Love it. And hockey.
All right. Again, everybody, you can find her at Emilia Art.
Emily.
Emily.
But I can be
Emilia.
Italian today. That's fine. I
Emilia.
love being Italian.
Oh, what was that movie? Emilio. Night at the Roxbury.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're going deep.
Yeah. That was a great scene. Love that scene.
Oh, Will Ferrell. Don't even get me started on Will Ferrell.
I know, it's just Emilio. All right. It's been so awesome.
Thank
having
you
on.
so much. It's been my pleasure. So much fun.
All right.
Appreciate it.
It's awesome.
Thank
All right.
you.
And as always, stay happy, Hawaii. Yeah, now you can look at the camera.
Okay,